So you want to own a horse. Today we're going to talk about the pain in the ass hoof cracks. And I've learned over the years how to handle these hoof cracks, but what I want to do is explain the different types of hoof cracks I've had to deal with and what they mean and what I do to handle them. And so first I have Honey here. And remember, I mentioned in another video that she is founder prone. She has foundered twice, which means when I look at her hoof, I watch for this crack that I'm going to show you here in a second, and I don't like it. This is, to me, a bad type of crack. It goes into the white line. So I am going to be very careful with how I treat her. She is officially on a diet. That hoof is compromised for the rest of her life because that coffin bone has shifted. So this isn't something that is ever going to go away. We're always going to have to watch this hoof. So I want to show you the crack I'm talking about. So right here, this is a crack that I don't like in Honey. This is deeper than a surface crack, and I'll show you a surface crack over at another horse. But when I pick up her hoof, watch over this way. When I pick up her hoof, you're going to see that it actually goes into her lamina, I think it's called. It goes into that white line, and you can see right there where the spreading has taken place because her hoof wall is spreading because her coffin bone shifted. So what I'm going to do about this, like I said, it's something I'm going to have to deal with the rest of her life. I am going to take some bleach water. It's just half bleach, half water, and I am going to spray it up in there. The other thing you can use is iodine. Works really well too. But I just use bleach water, and I'm going to make sure that that's not getting any bacteria up in there. And I will do this anytime I can get out to do it. Every day would be great. Every other day, it's winter, so and then I'm going to go up here. I have her on my supplement called Farrier's Formula. I was given the best advice by a vet once that was treating her, and I wanted a quick fix. I wanted something to seal this hoof, and she said, honestly, Laurel, she said the only way to heal hooves like this is from the inside out and with really good supplements, and let it grow out healthy. And it did. It grew out healthy over the course of 6 months, 7 months, but we still have to watch this all the time. I've been noticing in the pasture, she's been standing with this hoof that I'm worried about a little bit forward on a regular basis. I've learned to watch for little things, and that is something I notice, and that means that she's probably sore in this hoof, which makes me really worried. Look at this new growth coming down is very good, so we just want to keep that healthy. You can see her rings. When you see rings like that in a horse, it means there was something stressful going on. And with her hooves, she's always going to have stress rings. She just doesn't have healthy hooves at all. So it's just something we got to deal with. We love her, and we're going to take care of her. And if it got really bad and it started to crack up even more, I would do this. I'd put a little bit of bleach water down in there, or iodine water, and brush her hoof off. Put this in like this, and then you can tighten it, and let it kind of sit for a little bit. The one suggestion is put it low enough though that it's not going to go up into the hairline. That might cause a reaction, so you don't need very much, just enough so that when she's soaking, it gets up into the bad part. Okay. So another kind of crack you're going to see, and these are more common, these are surface cracks. So this right here, this is just little cracks in the surface of the hoof wall. I make sure that a couple things I notice that these right here are not causing me stress, because one, they don't go into the white line and they don't go up into the hairline. This, I don't like the way this is open a little bit. This makes me a little bit suspicious. She might have some abscesses in there that are trying to get out. I can do another video on abscesses. However, I do notice it does not go up into the hairline or the white line, which makes me kind of breathe a little sigh of relief. I will put this on. What I do with this, it's a tar-based hoof oil, and I put it at the very top by the hairline. I can't pull these back together. It'll never grow back together. But what I do watch for is good, healthy hoof to grow down. She's also on the supplement. So, and I may, because this is so open, I may put a little bit of bleach in there just to keep, I don't know how deep that is. It doesn't worry me intently, especially with the new growth coming down. So what I'm hoping is eventually that will just be snipped off and she'll have all healthy hoof growing. Maya has perpetual flares coming off her back hoofs. Two reasons for these. I've done a lot of research. We can't figure out what causes them, other than I've heard that it comes from an injury up in the hairline area, and that something is or confirmation making it automatically come out, shift out like that. The other thing I've heard is that if they're off balance at all anytime in their life, and they have to put a little added weight in a certain area, and how they're shifting their weight creates a little flare. Now her flare is getting better. My husband's the farrier and he knows about this flare, and he drastically shaves that flare down every single time he trims her. He works really hard at it, so it's actually looking quite a bit better. But you can see where she hasn't been trimmed in probably 6 weeks, and you can still see where he was filing away at that. Make sure that you mention to your farrier that you want them to be aggressive about getting those flares down. I've seen farriers that get a little bit lazy about it, and I want them filed down. Okay, a little bit here and here. Okay. So as far as hoof care is concerned, this is one of my prouder moments. I'm going to show a picture on here of this horse. When my friend bought this horse, she had a crack and it went way up into the hairline, and it was so bad. You can see this is the end of it now. It's starting to grow out, but it was so bad that we actually took her to the vet once or twice even over this, just to make sure we had all the vets we took her to over this said, because it's up in her hairline, there is no way you'll ever get rid of it. Well, it looks like, if you can see, this is all solid hoof. So we are actually getting rid of it. One, I think it's the farrier's formula. Two, I think it's aggressive trimming to keep this flare down. And three, I really do think whatever this stuff is, I put it on the top like this, and it just really, I've noticed a difference since I've been using it. So 3 things: the aggressive trimming, keeping the flares down, the internal ingredients, the supplements we're giving her, and this oil, and the shoes putting on her in the summer to kind of keep that together too. But it is down to this little bit right here that I think eventually is going to be off. So